So I get the pleasure of talking to you guys about recruiting. It's a lot of fun. How many of you guys have done some recruiting? You bring a person in, it's kind of a really nice feeling when you do that.
Yeah.
And what I have found is that, this is really slow. In our business, it's not so much about recruiting as it is about sharing. When you share this product, it does things for people. And then it does things for you. And before you know it, you have a person that's reordering every 30 to 60, 90 days product from you. So it's all about sharing. Have a purpose and a why. How many of you guys really have a reason why you need to do this business? How many have a strong why? How many want to share it?
I want to get
Share it. Veronica, why are you here? Why are you doing this business?
I'm here because I want to work smarter, not harder, and I'm just tired of making myself available 24/7 in the bell industry. So this is my little golden ticket.
That's awesome.
Tom said it earlier, and I completely have been saying this for a while now. I want to get out of the corporate world and be my own boss.
April.
I want to affect 1 million people with better health.
We all have that. And the thing that's going to get you through this business, because it's not a get rich quick, it's having that why, that reason why you're in it, because that's what's going to get you the opportunity to be okay with being uncomfortable. Because you're going to be uncomfortable. How many of you guys today, even today, I've been here for a few months, still have 2 or 3 people in your contacts that you have not called because you don't know whether you're going to get a yes or a no? So you walk around with that person in your head for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months. Make the call. What's going to happen? Yes or no? See, I did that one time when I first got into network marketing, and I kept on driving by this person's office all the time. He's a good friend of mine. And I just told my wife at the time, I said, he won't do this business. He's got millions of dollars playing baseball. He's done all these different things. He's not going to do it. I go to an event in Charlotte. We had 20,000 people there. And who comes walking in the direction of me? Him. So he not only became into the business, but he became regional vice president in like 60 days, and he could have been on my team, but I didn't ask. Without it, you won't get uncomfortable. You won't drive the miles. You won't talk to people. Every day, every single one of us walks by a fortune. You never know who you're talking to. I always go back to the same thing. Never burn a bridge. Never be an ass to people, because how many times have you guys ever met somebody that pissed you off and you kind of got pissed, and next thing you know, you run into them about 2 months later and you're getting a job interview and it's them? Have you ever had that happen to you?
Yeah.
It happens. That will drive you to make you uncomfortable. You're gonna be uncomfortable in this business. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but that's okay. Because how many of you have a full-time job? Are you ever uncomfortable? All the time. The difference is with this business, you can control your income. Share. The learning curve. Your why will get you past tough times. You're going to have them. There is not one person in success of network marketing that hasn't gone through the peaks and the valleys. And a lot of that happens because what they do is they come into the business and they drive it. And then they start going, we can get away with that part. Next thing you know, they're back in the valley again. You got to stay consistent with what you're doing. You're going to make mistakes. You will learn to overcome disappointment. I used to call it the Icky Shuffle back when we used to do a lot of meetings at people's houses. And the host would be standing out by the door and waiting for people to come. And they would walk out to the front and they'd look out the window, come back in again, because they're waiting for people to come. They're being impatient. They're worried that people are going to show up. That's normal, but people are not going to show up. They don't show up for me. They don't show up for a lot of experienced people in the business because they just don't show up. Remember, we are an instant gratification society. Be patient. You know, I can always tell what kind of patience somebody's have if I walk into their house and I look at their microwave and it says 5 seconds still on there. So they were basically heating something up and couldn't even wait 5 more seconds. They opened the door. Have you ever done that? We all have. We are impatient. It happens every single day, and that's where you find people. I mean, you have the gas station. I told the story about the gas station. Anybody ever go to a gas station and go prepay $30? And at $29.30, it basically stops. Everybody have that? Anybody ever just hang up the hose, or you do the whole 30? People hang up the hose all the time early. It's a multi-million-dollar industry for the gas companies because they know you're not going to be patient. And that's why they stop it at that time. Be patient. You are going to go on an emotional roller coaster ride. And I hate roller coasters. I don't know about anybody else, but you're going to have that. But the fun part is, how nice is it when you have a couple days that you're talking to people and you're not getting anywhere, and then that one person shows up and that one person signs in. Because you're really about ones. You're not about 10s, 20s, and 30s, because really at the end of the day, you find 4 people, you're building a business. So it's all about the one. Create powerful messages. Know who your emotional ideal prospects are. We all know people. The biggest mistake you can make in prospecting is say to yourself, oh, he won't do it. Nah, she won't do it. Because I promise you, eventually a few of them are going to show up to a meeting and you're going to kick yourself in the butt. Know what's important to them. Communicate with people. You guys all know a lot of people. And we all think that, oh, this guy has all this going on, this person has all this going on. It's a perfect life. There's not a lot of perfect lives right now. Everybody's got something happening to them. So get to know them. Because when I'm on the phone with people and they start swaying, I remind them what they said to me a week ago. I remind them that, you still want to fight to get to that point. Because sometimes they forget it's easy to quit. It's the way people are. What people really want. This business can help you. People give relief from pain. How much fun is it that we're all telling people, try the product, and the next thing you know, you get to come back. Sometimes not even 3 hours later, people are getting back to you going, this is really good. Is it not awesome that way? Make more money. Everybody's looking for additional income today. We are in a very questionable economic times. So if you turn it to $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month, would that be okay with you? Some people would be happy if they can just pay a bill. Sleep better at night. Not just because you take our sleep pills, but because you feel much more secure that you have enough money to retire comfortably. This is a retirement plan. How many people are self-employed that really don't have? Our retirement is us working until we're probably 80. It's all there. So you have to be able to create that as well.
80 to 89.
Or you can be funk and never age, just get up there. All right, what'd you do?
She's sleeping.
I made your screen a little brighter, maybe?
Nirvana Gold can help you make money while you sleep, not worry about layoffs, set up for early retirement, college funds, passive income, spend more time with family and kids. I know Tom's one of the biggest thing talks about is the family time. Virginia talks about the family time. Still trying to figure out where they get that because they seem like they're working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, but they seem to fit it in every now and again. But again, they're doing what they want to do though. They're not a prisoner to their jobs. And that's a wonderful thing. Sharing product benefits. Why would somebody buy our products? Product testimonials. You guys all rolled in there today with testimonials. How many people did a testimonial today? There's your sharing. There's your business. People want to hear that. Live, what's going on in their world. My mom has wore the same salve every day since Mother's Day. Her hip feels great. To me, if nothing else ever happened, to see my mom walk straight with no limp, I'm sold. Mm-hmm. That's what you got to utilize. What goals are they trying to achieve? When you're talking to people, be inquisitive. The benefits, the results, they're free from pain, free from inflammation, sleep better at night. I never realized until I got into this business how many people don't sleep at night. I thought I was the only one. You get the 1 hour to fall asleep for 2 hours, and every 2 hours you see the clock. Anybody can relate? I don't see that anymore. I take my half a tincture at night. In fact, it's right next to my stand where I watch television. And about 45 minutes before I'm ready to go to sleep, I drop a half a tab, and I'm ready. I barely get from my chair to my bed. So it's a nice thing as well. You need to understand that you're going to start a business for you. This is your business. Nobody will control what you do, the success that you have. Look in the mirror every morning and ask yourself. But the bigger thing is to go and look in the mirror at night and ask yourself, what did I do today to better myself? To give myself a better life, better retirement, legacy for family. Ask yourself that every night. Make yourself accountable. Have a dream board. Anybody have a dream board? Some of the most successful people in the world put a dream board on their refrigerator. Give yourself something to shoot for. That's what's going to help you be uncomfortable. Decide to see this through success. Use your why. Quit asking people for their opinion. If they want to really give you their opinion, ask them to see their bank account, and then you can know if you pay attention to them or not. Am I right? Everybody's going to tell you what they think. Everybody talks, they say misery loves company. No, misery doesn't want to lose company. And we all sit within if you look at all your friends, you're all about the same income. Look around you. Be different. And that's the nice thing about this, is that it allows you to be different. Would you not come in today and look at all this stuff? This stuff rolled in here on Tuesday, and we were dancing around here like, it was like with Soul Train. I'm telling you, this stuff, everything here works. The other thing I didn't put up here is a three-way phone call. Has anybody ever done a three-way phone call? I know I've been on a lot of three-way phone calls with people. Does it not work?
Yes, it works.
The most beautiful thing about this is, have you ever been in a situation, okay, husband and wife, they're talking about something for 2 or 3 months, and all of a sudden, a friend walks up to the husband and says, da, 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 and he turns around to his wife and says, Marcus said that we should do this. And she's been telling him that for 3 months. It's called a third-party verification. It's having somebody else talk about the expertise of what you're asking of them. Do we not listen to somebody else other than the normal person?
Yes.
When I first started this business, when I did three-way phone calls to my upline mentor, I would literally pull over into a parking lot, put my phone on there and grab a notebook and take notes on what they were saying. Because like Rachel said earlier, the biggest thing we want is to find people to take our place. And that's what we look for. And those are the things that you need to concentrate on all the time. Just keep it moving. Make yourself accountable across the board daily. Because would you not agree that since we've been in this business I've been here 5 months, have things not changed daily?
Yes.
I sit here, I get the pleasure of sitting next to Tom, and he laughs because he usually gets here and I'm already here. He gets in here about 8 o'clock thinking he's going to have about an hour and a half to himself. I'm already here. But I don't talk to him. I already know, put your head down, shut up. He's just going to his office. But again, it's about, having that right attitude. This is a quote that I have been saying to myself since I was 14 years old. If doing what you're doing doesn't get you what you want, then change what you're doing or change what you want. Pretty powerful. What's that tell you? You control you.
That's right.
But we're so easily pushed off the level. But it's a wonderful thing. I've used this forever. Makes sense? So when you guys look at the opportunities today, December, people talk about December being a slow month. I have found December over the sale. I've never worked for anybody. I've always worked for myself. December has always been one of my largest months. And the reason being is everybody else that's doing the business I was in was taking the month of December off. People are much more maybe not this year, much more laid back, much more eager to listen, much more time to actually listen to you because they're having their different things going on. December could be a great month. Now we have some disadvantages this year, because normally in December you're seeing family you haven't seen in a long time, Christmas parties are going on, you run into people you see once a year. I mean, there's people that we're all not going to see this year because of what we're dealing with, but you can still connect. But again, change what you're doing. We have everything here in place for you. That's the beauty of the business. Everybody helps each other. We all work together. We're not on the same teams. When I say, well, let me correct myself, we are on the same team. People ask me, it's like I go down to Temecula, to different areas, and people are like, why are you down here? It's not your ground line. I go, you're in Nirvana? You're in my downline. And that's the attitude that each and every one of you have to have, because do you not want to be elites one day? Do you all not want to be part of the company profits? Well, guess what? That comes from a lot of other teams, not just yours. So work with everybody. I've done stuff for people here, Jen putting in shells for people, doing whatever. It doesn't matter, because the more positive, as new as we are, the more positive vibes out there about Nirvana, the quicker it's going to grow, and people start hearing about it. Oh, that's that really good, you hear it all the time. You just got to keep it going forward. That's it for me. I want to thank you. You guys, ultimately to be proud of yourselves. You're sitting here for a 6 to 8 hour day when a lot of people are not taking the time. There's people on Zoom, which is great too. But you being here tells me and tells yourself that you do want to make changes. You do have a why. You do want to be a part of something, of helping people. And that's what the thing is, sharing. Share, and share. Because if anybody ever gotten a negative comment back from the product? I haven't heard of one. So the opportunity for all you guys is fantastic.